At Intrify, we serve thousands of banks and financial institutions of all sizes across the country, including the majority of community banks, minority-owned depository institutions, and CDFIs. Using our patented technology and extensive experience, we built our bank network, the largest of its kind, and developed solutions to help banks enhance franchise value, reduce costs, and diversify funding, regardless of the business or economic environment. With ICS or Intrify Cash Service and Cedars, your bank can offer access to millions in FDIC insurance through participating network banks. In addition to safety, one of the key benefits of ICS and Cedars deposit solutions is simplicity. Large depositors don't necessarily want to open multiple accounts at multiple banks to protect their money. The ability to access millions in FDIC insurance through Intrify's network of banks means they don't have to. They can work directly with just your institution, a potential boon to your franchise value and to the communities you support. Intrify, offering trusted deposit solutions for over 20 years. Learn more. Visit Intrify.com or call 866-776-6426.
Most community financial institutions don't just need a payments network. They need a partner like Visa. We know what it's like to start small, and we know what it's like to grow. Today, as one of the largest digital payments companies in the world, Visa has resources, turnkey solutions, and strategic partnerships to help you be more forward-thinking, unlock new opportunities and new possibilities, and better navigate the changing payments landscape. We're more than a payments network. We're an extension of your team, offering cutting-edge technology, innovative products and services, and important tools that enable you to make greater connections at the local level. Visa has a team dedicated to your community who will get to know you and your business. We'll help you optimize performance, accessing Visa's benchmark analytics to inform actionable insights, and provide resources and solutions designed to grow with your business. See what a partnership with Visa can do for your community. Connect with our team today.
Cross Bank began as Cross County Bank in 1891 in Wynne, Arkansas. The name Cross Bank honors our heritage and solidifies our future as a locally owned and operated community bank operating in 4 counties in eastern Arkansas. Being involved in the community is a natural way to build a brand and grow your bank. Supporting nonprofit organizations with volunteers, donations, and sponsorships helps the bank grow because you're improving the quality of life in your communities. Community service is very important at Cross Bank because we live, work, and play here. We've done business with our friends and neighbors right here in eastern Arkansas for over 130 years, and that means a lot to us. Our people genuinely care and they want to be involved in serving the community that they call home. On March 31st, Wynne, Arkansas experienced an EF3 tornado that devastated a lot of the town. The high school was leveled, dozens of homes and businesses were destroyed, and hundreds of people were displaced. The following morning, I received a call from one of our lenders who works at a branch outside of Wynne who said, "I feel like I need to do something to help. Would you mind if me and a buddy set up in front of the bank to cook hamburgers and hot dogs for anyone who needs something to eat?" Well, the next day, several employees were helping he and his family provide meals to first responders, relief workers, policemen, firemen, and anyone in the community who needed something to eat. They set up on Sunday as well, and I believe they provided over 2,000 meals in those 2 days. All of our branches started gathering supplies almost immediately to donate to the local distribution center that was taking care of supplies and personal needs of those who were displaced. Even though we've always been active in the community, this was when we officially coined the phrase Cross Bank Cares. I believe that we've always cared, but when you start serving the community and looking at everything you do through the lens of Cross Bank Cares, it will change the way that you give and serve. We don't give and serve for the praises of man, but I have to admit that when you receive that heartfelt thank you note for a donation or for an act of service. There is a sense of pride in our people that wells up inside because of a job well done.
First Federal was organized in 1955 as a mutual savings and loan. Our emphasis then was on mortgage loans for our customers and friends and family in the community. First Federal currently has around $350 million in assets, so we're not too large, but we're kind of proud of ourselves. And we currently have 56 employees spread across 6 branches in southeast Mississippi. Community service that we provide helps us build team building, which gives us a better whole outlook on the way we do things. But we've always had a big emphasis on the American Heart Association. We've been able to provide funds for them through fundraisers and raffles. This year we've decided to allow the employees to nominate and choose an additional organization to support, and something that they would all feel passionate about and can all get behind. As a lot of people are aware, the Bank of Anguilla was affected by a tornado, as well as a lot of the surrounding Mississippi Delta, in March of 2023. Since we're familiar with hurricanes and the devastation that they cause in our area, we wanted to do something in some small way to help the Bank of Anguilla begin to recover. So we formed a committee and we decided that we would do a fish fry fundraiser, which turned out to be very successful. We raised a few $1,000s, which was a drop in the bucket in the big picture as far as what the bank needed, but we felt like we provided some emphasis to get them back on their feet. We're trying to help someone, we're not trying to pat ourselves on the back. The impact on the bank is the positive feedback we get from the employees, just by the team building part of it. As well as that, we also have a good time doing that. We hope that the community can see that this is not about us and that we're more than just a financial institution. We are here to help to recognize the needs of those around us and try to do our part to meet those needs, and we think we do a good job in doing that.
Community banks do great things locally. They support local businesses, make more loans to your neighbors, and offer banking with a personal touch. Yet consumers have a difficult time defining and identifying community banks. So we set out to change that, starting with targeting millennials, whose values make them a perfect match for community banks. The challenge? They're the most marketed to generation in history, and they're incredibly distracted. But research suggested a way to break through. We found that community is important to millennials. They prefer to shop locally, support local businesses, and value personalized service, which gave us an ideal way to connect. And connect we did, by coming together to launch a digital and social campaign that differentiated the community bank business model.
So, when I bank with you guys, where does my money go?
Oh, it goes in the tube.
Oh, no, I mean, does it help locally and stuff?
Like after the tube? We don't talk about after the tube.
Don't let a big bank make you feel small. Want your money to stay in your community? Find your community bank at banklocally.org.
With messaging that struck the right tone and a toolkit of customizable assets that member banks use to amplify the campaign in their local markets, our combined efforts have been spreading the word across the country. And with ads that most viewers found very or completely relatable, people have started to take notice. We've increased our target reach. Interest in community banks is growing. And with support from member banks, we'll continue working together to keep the momentum going. Because when it comes to success for community banks, the answer is in the name, community.
Moultrie-Colquitt County is a very unique community. It's a very southern community. It's ag-driven. whether you are actually growing the crops, selling the crops, or selling to the industry in terms of equipment, parts, things like that. We have had the expansion in our medical community here. We had the addition of PCOM, the Philadelphia College of Medicine, that opened a South Georgia campus. The airport is growing. They are continuing to expand. They have gotten a number of funding, different federal grant fundings.
You've got your large banks, but to me, local means everything. And I think that with your larger banks, whether they've been sold out or whether they're corporate offices or somewhere else, I think that makes a lot of difference. I think with your local banks that you care about your customers, they're important to you. You want to make sure your customers are successful. I mean, whether they're opening a personal checking account or if it's a commercial loan or it's an ag loan, I mean, it's very important to me. Local means a lot to me.
I think everyone knew that a healthy, true community bank contributed to the overall financial health of the county, community, what have you. In the whole process of starting a bank, one of the things that I was surprised the most about was the interest from the public.
I was one of the original ones. It was a good friend of mine that's on the board also. He and I are real close, and we was sitting in our pickup trucks with our windows rolled down, and he said, "You ever thought about starting a bank?" He said, "We're hearing horror stories about what's going on in the banking industry in Moultrie." And I said, "Well, now that you mention that, and we're hearing things also, about how difficult it is to go in and get a loan, just the sheer paperwork that's in process, and the length of getting any type of results, of knowing what you're going to do, and these are people that's got good credit. There's not an issue with that. You don't have to worry about if they're going to pay their bills or not." I had a good friend of mine. He was an older gentleman. He was 96 years old. He heard that we were starting this bank. He called. He wanted to know how could he help and how could he be involved. And we ended up with 486 investors from 5 or 6 counties. We raised $21.5 million.
It's about giving back and supporting, because I think if you build those relationships early and kids see you supporting them in what they're doing, they remember that. They've got that softball rec t-shirt that they wear for the next year until they outgrow it. It's got the bank's name on it. Hopefully that means something to them when they get old enough to open a bank account, or they recognize our logo. It's that piece where you give back. That's a lot of what being a part of the community, what a community bank means, and what we're able to do. We're just not writing a check and passing it down the line.
We started with probably 4 or 5 employees banking out of a strip mall. And within just a little over a year, moving into our new facility, a 9,000 square foot building with 13 to 15 employees. Couldn't be more proud or more excited for the future for Moultrie Bank and Trust.
I'm proud of Moultrie Bank and Trust because it truly is a community bank. It isn't a slogan, a tagline, a marketing ploy. We are community in every sense of the word.